I found a few links to maybe of use or of interest to some people. I'm just going to click on them now and then screen share. Oh yeah. I remember that one. Maybe
if you want to convert someone, or
if you want to be an effective ambassador for Christ, let me put it that way.
It's just Pine Creek.
You do not do these things. If anything, what's going to end up happening, Eric, is you're going to make the atheists even more entrenched in their
non-belief. If you try this, Christians, ignore what Eric Hernandez is saying and do it my way. If you want to reach atheists, he is 97.6% wrong. Pray, more specifically, pray that they will have calamity in their life, so they have a need and desire for Jesus, that Jesus will open their eyes so they can hear. The sheep hear his voice. Have a relationship with them. If you want to convert someone, or if you want to be an effective ambassador for Christ, let me put it that way. You do not do these things.
The link's in the
If
side
anything, what's going to end up happening, Eric, is you're going to make the atheists even more entrenched in their non-belief. If you try this, Christians, ignore what Eric Hernandez is saying and do it my way. If you want to reach atheists, he is 97.6% wrong. Pray, more specifically, pray that they will have calamity in their life, so they have a need and desire for Jesus, that Jesus will open their eyes so they can hear. The sheep hear his voice. Have a relationship with them, and then demonstrate your God through miracles like Jesus did. Some Christians think that, oh, this is just for a certain people at a certain time. But it says, whoever believes in me will do the works I have been doing. Who's I? Jesus. What kind of works has he been doing? Raising the dead. You will do.
I don't think you're going to find any Christians raising people from the dead. I don't know if he's being totally cynical here. But either way.
Greater things than Jesus, Eric, Braxton, and Jonathan. If only you believed. Maybe you guys are not true Christians. Maybe you got all three of you are going to hell in a handbasket. You'd rather talk about fallacies and philosophical arguments than actually doing the things Jesus did, like raise the dead. There will be thousands upon thousands of atheists lined up at your apologetic offices if you once a week raise someone from the dead. You don't need no stinking PowerPoints. But the problem is they have low expectations of their God. They don't think God's going to open my eyes. They think they need to talk about logical fallacies. They don't trust God. If you try what Eric is pushing here, you will fail. And if you try what I'm pushing here, and if your worldview is correct, you will succeed. One of the main reasons why people like Eric Hernandez talks about these arguments and philosophy for the soul, philosophical arguments for the soul and things like that, consciousness, because it's more to, increase the confidence in people who already believe?
Oh, that's all Tangelo, isn't it?
I mean, at my timeline on Facebook, my friends,
Yeah, it is.
I would say 90% Christians, and what I post, I think it solidifies the faith which they already have. So it builds up on the faith. Right?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
And yeah, so this is an important part of what I am doing, basically, is increasing the faith of those which already believe.
Got a couple of other links I want to share. Oh yeah, John Davis. I don't know if you ever heard of him. He's done some stuff on Brian Denlinger. I thought it was the latest one, but it isn't. But Time for Truth. Done some excellent stuff. I like the guy personally. Not that carried a lot of weight. Yeah. Yeah, you're right there, Bill. We're not going to see Christians resurrecting people from the dead. It's possible. God could use a Christian to do that, I think. But yeah. I've got a pile of them in my flat, Bill, as you know. But check out John Davis's tract on Dingle Klinger. Where is it? They're quite large PDFs, but you can do a search on it. Just scroll down. It doesn't take a minute. Oh, there he is. John isn't particularly focused on Brian Denlinger, but yeah, he does need exposing. I mean, Brian Denlinger is trying to get $50,000 at the moment. What for? I mean, if he's living off grid, why do you need $50,000 to pay for you to live off grid? That doesn't make sense. My understanding of living off grid is like living right out in the middle of nowhere, near a water supply, near somewhere where you can go fishing, plenty of wood for fire. Obviously, you need other bits and bats like salt and things like that. But I don't think you need $50,000. People have been doing that living off grid in the USA, and as I said, even all around the world for hundreds of years without trying to get $50,000 anywhere. He's got about $5,000 so far. Yeah, that's an old leaflet. But anyway, check it out if you're interested. John Davis, excellent ministry. Thanks for coming over, Bill. I've got another link here to show. Oh yeah, Francis Rude. I'll put a name on the. Go check out our channel. I might. I'll go to her channel in a minute so you know which is the right one. Francis Rude. And but I'm not into early church so-called fathers. I've got the writings of Irenaeus. I haven't read his book, the book yet, but I've read some of it. But this is, have I got the link? Oh yeah. I'll share screen. Bear with me. This could be a useful thing to find out about stuff. don't know how useful. I've been reading about the Nicolaitans. This is a guy from, I don't know what century now, early 5th century. He was not a Roman Catholic. I don't think that would have been possible even then, really. But the Roman Catholics do think of him as one of the early church so-called fathers. But he's written a treatise against 80 sects. I'll put the link in the side chart. Have I got it? No, hold on. Come in. You might find some of it interesting. I think it is. But I'm not going to make a point of studying early church so-called Fs. No thanks. But I did find the information sort of interesting from a 4th century point of view. There's a lot of cults that were around there, the Gnostics, Carpocratians, Nazareans, Ebionites, Valentinians. It's all listed on there, 80 of them. So I don't know how much weight to put on it, but not too much, I would say. Most of the early church fathers, so-called, usually contradict themselves and each other, as they just wrote their own meandering thoughts. People put too much credence on them. Yeah, you're absolutely right, Bill. But I did have a quick look. I had a look at the Nicolaitans, which is a name I'm obviously familiar with. Some weird names of groups. Scythianism, the Stoics, the Platonists. I do wonder if he'd have been in contact with some of those actual types of people. I think he may well have been. It's possible. I don't know. I'm not posting it to get people interested in the early church Fs. I think anybody who knows me well enough knows that much. I'm not going to hammer it. I might read another little bit of it. That's the problem with these early church so-called fathers. You don't know how much weight to put on it. I would say very little, personally. But anyway, now then, here's another thingy. Somebody was going on about the Catholics the other day. They care about babies and things. What an absolute pile of tosh. That was from Fro, the Galilean. A nutter. He was in Praise's channel the other day. I'm going to share screen. No, I do think he's insane. I mean, it's beyond belief. But they were obviously, I think Praise, in fairness to him, did mention the Inquisition. Somebody else did, certainly. I think abortion was mentioned. I can't remember precisely. I should have made some notes, but I'm not in the habit of taking notes from Praise I Am's channel. In fact, I don't do it. I think I recorded it. I probably did. But there's a laundry in Ireland. I think it's been demolished now. The picture is on the thumbnail for this stream. They found, now get this and listen carefully, anybody, I mean, I think Bill probably knows about this. They found 600 plus or minus skeletons of babies in what do they call them now? A septic tank. What it was, it's called the Magdalen Laundries in Ireland, Tuam, Tuam. And these women who had pregnancies outside of marriage would go to this laundry as outcasts of Irish society. Don't know precisely how it worked, but basically they went there, they was having a baby, and they obviously aborted the babies in this laundry of all these women. Some women who are still alive from that experience. And those babies' bodies, their bones and stuff, were found in a septic tank. Now, I'm going to put the name of that place. Just type Tuam babies. It should come up. Let me just put that in there. You should find it with that Google search. And then what's Bill saying there? Why isn't it showing up? There it is. Flo moaned at me and called me judgment. Yes, he did. I watched that. I was recording it, Bill. I've just made it public on my channel this morning. I didn't. Yeah, I was watching that. All Bill did was refer to Fro, the pale Galilean, as a Romanist. During that, it was on Standing for Truth channel. During, was it? Or was it Praises channel? No, I think it was Praises channel. Fro was timing people out for so-called blasphemy. I wouldn't be surprised if Bill got timed out. There's nothing insulting, particularly about referring to someone as a Romanist. Fro obviously doesn't like it. I frankly couldn't care less what Fro likes. Any Roman Catholic is a Romanist. If you don't like it, go somewhere else. Tuam babies. Excavation at mass grave could begin this year. This is dated 22nd of February this year. Oh, that's all right. Okay. Oh, it's BBC. I mean, I don't trust those people. Excavated. They want to start arresting people. That's what they want to do. There it is, look. Oh, yeah. Catherine Corliss collated hundreds of death certificates for the infants who died in the home. Well, I think died is the wrong word. I think murdered is the correct term. I'll put a link to this article, actually. It's not difficult to find. Not keen on the BBC. But, no then. I'll put a link to that article in there, look. There you go. So, what other articles? What happened to the Tuam babies? Children's remains were found in a mass grave in an underground tank. You mean a septic tank where all the urine and feces go? how many bodies were found. The remains of 796 babies and young children at the Bon Secours mother and baby home in Tuam have yet to be exhumed. Oh, I thought it was the laundry. It's the mother and baby home. My apologies. But look at Magdalen laundries. Slave labour. Oh, was Tuam a Magdalen laundry? Oh, right. Oh, look. It is connected. It found that 14 women... Oh, sorry. Was Tuam a Magdalen laundry? It's a question that's been posed. It found that 14 women were discharged directly from Tuam to a Magdalen laundry. Yeah. Oh, Struth, I can't believe I'm reading that. Tuam babies, it would be kinder to strangle these children at birth, said doctor. Is he kidding or what? Well, no, I don't think he is. He's a Roman Catholic. There's a link to that article. There's Bill. Murder is the correct term, and the Romanists have a long history of mass genocide, tortures, blackmails, and inquisitions. Yeah. Fro did a debate with a certain person on Praise I Am's channel, whose name I won't mention. Most of you probably know, and it was the biggest pile of tosh I've ever heard in my life. The upshot was that only 2,000 people were apparently burnt at the stake, which is absolute tosh. The Roman Catholic so-called Church have been murdering those that don't agree with them for at least 14 centuries, if not longer. Bear in mind, though, the Roman Catholic so-called Church is just pagan Rome with different names, different clothing, same disgusting Babylon garbage. The Roman Empire morphed via Constantine with the assistance of Satan into Roman Catholicism in the 4th century, early 4th century. The Roman Catholic so-called Church today is quite literally pagan Rome. No doubt about it. Read Revelation 17, King James Version. It could only be one organization on this earth. It can't fit any other. Not possible. You might play about with words and terminology and this, that, and the other. And the Inquisition office is still open, by the way, ready to cook you. As soon as they can get away with it, they'll just find different ways of doing it, like they did with abortion in the USA, which was made legal by a guy called Robert Drinan, a Jesuit. He got it started over in the USA. 53 million babies killed in the USA. I don't know how many abortions have been carried out in this country since it was made legal, or other European countries. But it's more than all the Inquisitions put together in the last 1400 years, I would say. And I do view the abortion USA as a Jesuit Inquisition, because most Roman Catholics will not abort their babies. It's there for the non-Catholics, in their view, their stupid view, for those not a Roman Catholic, not regenerate and all the other stuff, to go and abort the babies. they're quite happy to organise abortion as long as Roman Catholics aren't aborting the babies. It is a genocide. Right, was there anything else I was going to say? That's all my links used up. I'm going to go to Frances Rood's channel. She's a woman, nice person, you know.
Well, Graham, I want to play that.
Oh, I was going to play this. Yeah, why wouldn't I? Share screen. What backdoor work salvation looks like. Why is praise always going on about people's back doors? The quicker people realise that Romanism, Roman Catholic, is not Christian, the better. And I believe that they are, as an institution, responsible for so many anti-theists. Yeah. A lot of atheists you'll find today, you know, are actually, not all of them obviously, ex-Catholics. They don't worship the same God as I do, as given in the scriptures. The Roman Catholics worship a different so-called God, not the God of the Bible. Fro, the pale Galilean, is a theistic evolutionist. Now there's a video on there of a discussion, or you could call it a debate, between a pale Galilean, Fro, and Redefine Living, Sam. I would encourage you to check it out and listen to what Fro really believes.
Well, Graham, I want to play the advocate word for a moment. So if someone says to you, but Graham, when Jesus says to follow him, all that means is to trust him.
Really? So, for a sheep to follow the shepherd, because that is the picture. John 10 is talking about the sheep following the shepherd.
Right.
It doesn't mean that he's physically following the shepherd, that his life changes. It just means that he's sitting down, thinking in his mind, yeah, I trust the shepherd, but nothing changes. Do you really trust the shepherd if it doesn't change anything? No, you don't.
Good point. Good point.
So, can I just point out the biblical idea of faith is not just thoughts that you're having in your mind, except when it uses it to say the devils believe and tremble. The biblical idea of faith is that you trust God and therefore obey him. Because if you say that you trust God but don't obey him, you're not trusting God.
Right. Yep. And this analogy you were talking about here showing us Jesus as the shepherd. Right. Now, if all the sheep were to just sit down and think in their minds like, yeah, I trust Jesus, but they weren't actually walking behind him and following where he's going, they're going to get picked off by wolves and everything. You actually have to walk, follow Jesus, you know?
Yeah, I'm gonna look that up. But space and time, when they show it in slow motion. No. Are you ready?
We are ready.
I'm ready. I just stopped screen sharing. Sorry.
Here we go.
I muted my mic. Yeah, there's. I'm going to come back a bit. Hadn't realised I'd muted. Yeah, you got praise, olive, and sparrow in there. Yeah, they're having a poke at Graham and Kevin again. Praise is flip-flopped, of course. Who else is there? Comes in. P. Mars, Jamie Russell, the SDA. Layman Sumpenary. Sumpenary will grease you up every chance he gets. It's like a virtue signal for him, in my humble opinion. No need to go to the Greek. Not every time. People in the side chat or people listening to him yammering on don't understand Greek. They understand English, King James English. So, you know, I do see the value of going to the Greek, but not every time. You don't need to. You don't need to. I mean, does Layman Sumpenary think he's a better translator than the translators for the king? I doubt it very much, you know. Doubt it. I wouldn't give him the time of day. I don't dislike the guy. Don't like listening to him prattling on, using his favourite little phrase, the substantival, and other little pet phrases he's got. No thanks. Praise hates the King James Bible, by the way. Who else comes in? There's Jamie. Iger's okay, I think. Oh yeah, I remember seeing that. A video. The so-called Pope throwing a couple of doves out. Awfully emblematic of peace. You know what happened as soon as he threw them out? A couple of crows came along and I think attacked and killed the pair of them. What else is he going to prattle on about?
Right.
Yeah.
But as they took off, one was attacked by a passing seagull,
Oh, seagull.
while the other was repeatedly pecked by a crow.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I remember that. That was a couple of years ago, that. Oh, what's this garbage? Oh, that's that
Yeah, we got a bunch of workers here. You know, they want.
That's that tunnel that they built in. Was it between France and Switzerland or something? I can't remember. Why do they need to be semi-naked? Yeah, seen it. Yeah, I've seen the Vatican throne in that doodah. It looks absolutely diabolical. It is. That's probably because it is. Why does he need a throne? What's he need a throne for? What does he think he is? Well, he is the Emperor of Rome, essentially. Yeah. Oh, we've got the complimentary toxic atheist in there, Wild Heart. He tried to get in my studio. He came into my side chat, tried to get in my studio because I put a link in for somebody else to come in. He popped in. I blocked him, kicked him right out. And then immediately after, some comments were posted in the side chat that were just disgusting. Why would Praise allow Wild Art into his studio? What for?
Much.
Amen. Amen. There. Why is Wild Art in there?
Justified, right click.
Oh, he's going to the. Is he going to the
You want the
Greek?
bedag. See, the bedag in Logos is really
Oh,
good.
the bedag. The bedag. Brown Driver Briggs. No, I wouldn't use one. I did have one. I think I had one for the Hebrew. I had a massive Greek lexicon, which I lost. Well, I think actually it was stolen from me while I was in jail. Know what I can do about it now.
Because it shows up in outline format.
Oh, go away.
Yeah.
Sumpinary.
We thrown in the
Why is Wild Art in there? I don't understand. Something. I mean, it's up to Praise. It says, well, actually, I'm not even sure it is Praise's channel. I think it belongs to Sparrow and Olive. They seem to be in charge. Hello, Gavin. Hello. You want to come in? So I would never allow an atheist or even SDA or Standing for Truth in there. Yeah, he had a really good poke at throwing his disgusting doctrine. I don't think Praise was that keen on doing that. Standing for Truth did, so respect there. Donny. I'm not going to listen to this. I think Wildheart should change his YouTube username to Disgusting Heart. Deceitful above all things, who can know it? Perhaps I've just realised Praise needs Wildheart in there to do a critique of this debate between Bob Wilkin and Robertson Jennings, a Catholic. Yeah, right. Is that Danny at the bottom there? Yeah, Danny's another atheist. I like Danny a lot. Excellent chap. He is atheist, though. Who else is? Oh, Beckel. Beckel in his high level of wisdom. Hold on. Blah, 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 blah. Sorry, I got a notification. Yeah, Beckel's in there. Why? I don't want to listen to these doing a commentary on anything, actually. Allow me to assure you, I do not go to Praise's channel for doctrine. No, never. I would rather have my teeth kicked out of my face.
I think it's supposed to subjectively morally.
Who is that? Let's just have a look.
Again, I think if we're asserting that God possesses a Satan, then
Aseity is immaterial to it. Aseity just means that God is self-sufficient, right? He doesn't.
That's right. That's right. He's the arbiter of these things. When we assert
us to come up with it, so in that sense.
No, who is that? Oh, it is Sparrow right at the bottom there. I don't want to listen to Beckel because, no offense, Beckel, but I just don't like listening to you. I don't go to your channel. Couldn't care less what videos you do. It's completely meaningless to me. And I'm not being snotty, I'm just saying. I'm not being snotty or snobby. Let's have a look. I don't think God micromanages people. Oh, Irenic Pelagian. There's a Pelagian in there now. Praise has already had well, not had a go at him, pointed out his false teaching, and yet they keep allowing him back in to start yakking. Irenic Pelagian is an open theist, and he believes, because he's a Pelagian, that he can achieve perfection in this life. Yeah, right. Fat chance of that. 420 atheist, another atheist in there. So we've got a Pelagian, a Calvinist, atheist Danny, atheist 420, Wild Art, and they're all commenting on the debate and adding their tuppence worth. Yeah, right. No, I'm not impressed at all. Who cares, though? Oh, what's that?
Holds his children to the standard, but that doesn't mean the children
shut
are going to
up.
obey.
Shut up.
In fact, quite the opposite. I don't like the label theistic personalism. This is not a historic label
Oh, that's
for
William Lane Craig.
a person who is not a Christian worldview.
Conceive of his being.
That'll do. That'll do there. I can't believe it. Is he still streaming? Oh, news unit is. Right, I'm going to stop sharing that. I'm going to close the stream now anyway. This wasn't intended as a stream for whinging in. I just wanted to show a couple of those links. That's all. And maybe I'll just post them all in one big go here, so you can check them out. There we go, there. Check these links out. Hopefully they show up okay. Oh no, they don't. I should have posted them separately. Oh well. Are you still there, Gavin? I'm going to go in a minute. I'm going to play me Clouds of Doom and my little outro, and I'm gone. So right. TTFN, ta-ta for now. Stay away from Roman Catholicism. Roman Catholicism is the Babylon whore, the pale Galilean, the Romanist, the liar, and the hypocrite. Do you want to come in, Gavin? Because I'm going in a minute, if not. Just let me know if you want to come in, or I'm just going to finish my outro. and then go. Right, I'm going in proper now. Bye. By the way, I may as well tell you that Epiphanius of Salamis, I don't believe he's Roman Catholic. No, I don't believe he was. I don't think he was part of that Babylon whore. But there you go. I don't follow early church so-called fathers, by the way. Not a chance. I'm vaguely curious, that's all, because Francis Rood did a video talking about it. I asked her for a link just to have a look. Just to be polite, really. But, yeah. Oh, well, that's it. Gone.